I have another rare part, and like I said, I was gonna put the rarest parts that I could buy and I could afford and put it on the car. So we already have the 9901 Cobra Bumper. We already have the Cobra side mirrors, which I copped. And by the way, I copped that bumper for 300 bucks. I copped my side mirrors for 150 bucks, plus my stock side mirrors. And now I copped another part that I've been admiring for a very long time. They only came on 2 types of vehicles, and that's the Bullitt and the Mach one. So I'm pretty sure you can guess what I copped. What I copped were some sail panels. Now, right here, you have the normal sail panels that most people have. These came on GTs, V6s, even Cobras. And I don't know which other models they came on. There's so many models of new edges, I can just name like 100 of them, right? But what I do know is that these are the most common ones. So I copped ones that are pretty rare, that are pretty cool looking, and they're gonna look very aggressive, especially with these aggressive body lines on the new wedge. I just really think they're gonna look really nice. So let me go ahead and show you what I copped. Alright homies, so before I show you the Mach 1 sail panels, the Bullitt sail panels, whichever you want to call them, I'm going to show you the GT ones so you can see the difference. Now I had to close the garage because these birds are singing like crazy, bro. Like, it's raining in Texas. I don't understand why they're out here singing like crazy. But either way, this right here is a GT sail panel. Now as you can see, the body line on this one has a very soft curve to it. That's it. I mean, these are the sail panels that are very common on the new wedges. And I mean, most people have these. And then obviously you have the rear smaller window that goes with the sail panel. And as you can see, this weird haze that I don't know why Ford put that. If anybody has any information about that, I would like to know. But this weird haze, it goes along with the body line of the sail panel, and it just makes it look, just part of the car. It looks really nice. So that's the GT one. Now this one right here is the Bullitt and sail panel. And as you can see, the body line right here is way more aggressive than the GT panel. It has a stronger curve, and it looks really nice on the new edges. If you want, go look up Mach 1s, go look up Bullets, and you can see that they are different. It looks really cool, and just looks really good on the new edges since it has aggressive body lines. So with that, it does have a different window that goes with the sail panel. Now, you know how I talked about that weird haze? Well, this haze goes along with the body lines of this sail panel. Now, what you can do, you can just rock the sail panels. You don't need the window, and most people that I know do that. But, I mean, if you just want to go with the whole look, it's cool to get the window as well. So, that's the main differences. Let me show you a side-by-side comparison real quick before I begin disassembling the passenger side, because I already did the driver's side. So, now right there, you can see that very smooth curve, and this one right here, you got that strong curve on the Bullitt Mach 1 sail panel. And then with the smaller windows, we get to see that strong curve as well. So yeah, that's the difference. And like I said, guys, you don't have to change the windows. You can just change the sail panels, but a lot of people like changing the windows. But it's up to y'all. I got this for 400 bucks. The pair, it's pretty expensive, but I really wanted them, so I might as well just cop them. But there you go, guys. So let's go ahead and disassemble. All right, homies, the tools that you're gonna need for this little project, you're gonna need a hammer, a microfiber towel. I like to use a large ratchet and a smaller one, Phillips screwdriver, flathead, extensions, and then you're gonna need a 12mm, a deep socket 9. You're gonna need a T45 and a T20. And then lastly, just for the ratchet, it's best to use also a Phillips head, just so you don't have to, tire your hand out. So that's all you're gonna need, and let's get to it, homies. Alright homies, so begin by removing the weather strip that runs along the inside of the car. After doing so, there's another piece of weather strip right behind it. Take that off as well. Don't completely take it off, just move it out the way so you can find the screws. Now you should see some screws under the roof rail molding. Remove that to pry off the metal piece, that way you can get to the other screws that hold on to the actual roof rail molding. Alright homies, so after doing so, slowly pry off that metal piece from the roof rail molding and expose just 3 screws. These 3 screws will help you pop this off from the cell panel so you don't break any pieces when you're removing the cell panel. Alright homie, so now gently pull down the roof rail molding so it can detach from the cell panel as you see. I know that part was very tedious, but look, you gotta do this so you can take off the cell panel without breaking it. Now we begin to removing the cell panel, so pry off the cap with the seat belts attached and remove the screw. Alright homie, so after doing that, pry off the little coat hanger cap, and there's like a little screw right behind there, take that off as well. Alright homie, so after doing those little steps, just lift up the panel and it should pop off. Now let me hand it back from Danny from the past.
Okay, thanks future me. Let me go ahead and speak right here for this part just because it's a bit tricky. So you're gonna take off, that's right there. Wash it right there. There's usually one right here, but for some reason it's not there. There's one right there. There's one in the very back over there, and right here at the bottom as well. So you're gonna take off 1, 2, 3, and there should be a 4th or a 5th, and there's that one right there. So let's go ahead and take those off.
Alright, thank you Danny. So after taking off the washers homies, wiggle off that cell panel. It should be really easy to take off, and just watch that you don't scratch anything. Alright homies, so before taking off the little window, make sure to take off this little piece right here before taking off the window so it doesn't scratch anything. Alright, so back inside the Mustang, take off these 4 washers right here that hold down the window. Alright homie, so after taking off those 4 washers that hold down the window, get your rubber mallet or a hammer. I think it's better if you get a rubber mallet so you don't break anything, but I only have a hammer and a microfiber, so I'm gonna wrap my hammer with a microfiber towel, right? And I'm just knock the crap out of these screws right here from the back, and hopefully it just breaks off the old residue of glue. Alright, so after doing so, get your fingers and get right behind those windows and just pull it homie. You know I got strong ass armadillo fingers, so I pulled all I can and it came off. It's actually pretty easy, just be careful. Alright homie, so after doing so, just put everything back together, evenly put pressure against all the washers and screws, that way it's really placed on there, and it should look like this.
Finally, we are done with the weather stripping. That is probably the hardest part of this whole thing. But finally, we are done, homies, and I am so happy of how this turned out. Let me show you a different view from this.
Alright homies, so we are done. Look at how this sap panel just looks, man. It looks really nice. I really like it. It's really aggressive. Like, dang man, it looks so good. Like, it looks so clean. Like, it fits the new edge. Like, I don't know why they just didn't come with these on all the new edges, because the body lines just go very well with this car. And damn, look at the wheels with the, ooh boy, I'm killing it. But now that I have this old panels done, what other rare parts should I go find, homies? This thing was, I mean, it wasn't very hard to find. There's a couple out there online. This one ran me about 400 bucks, and then 100 bucks to paint them, so shout out to my paint guy on that. But man, does it look badass. Like, I really like how they came out. Alright homies, I'm gonna close out this video. I hope you guys like it. Let's get this video to 50 likes. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. I greatly appreciate it, homies. Do it for this video, and I'll see you till the next time.